Russia, 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 Russia. My wife said, you never spoke to anybody from Russia, darling. I said, that's right. President Trump is waiting.
Hi, Chris. Welcome again on Let's Talk. Today, someone asked me, and I'm sure you heard this question before, almost everybody knows that Trump is a bad person and he's not a good president. The question is, how did he win in the election? And who voted for him if everybody is against him?
Hi, Maram. Thank you for having me back. That is a very good question, but I feel like I think I'm a decent person to answer it for a couple of reasons. The first one being, where I grew up is very blue collar, we like to say. Traditionally an industrial area, many factories around. So I grew up not even in Pittsburgh, but in the outskirts of Pittsburgh, in the countryside, where it's very rural, and traditionally people worked, with their hands. So Trump reached these people, as you know, I'm sure you've heard, by promising that he would bring back manufacturing jobs, which is, was a lie. But I think he was able to do that because he capitalized on the Democratic Party kind of forgetting about these people and focusing more on an upper class of people and kind of writing those people off. If you remember what Hillary Clinton, when she dismissed Trump supporters as a basket of deplorables, I think that's very telling there. He capitalized on that. Promising jobs that he has not followed through with, obviously. Another big one was fear. Unfortunately, racism is a huge problem in the U.S. I guess quite different than Iraq. We have a multi-ethnic, multiracial society. I know there's some differences there, but I think here, when it works, it's beautiful. When there's a mixing of cultures, it's a very beautiful thing, but unfortunately, a lot of people are very intolerant and fearful, and Trump, of course, capitalized on that racism and xenophobia. And also, I think that Hillary Clinton was a very polarizing figure for a lot of people on the left or in the Democratic Party, myself included. I could not bring myself to vote for her. Even knowing that Trump was the possible alternative, a Trump presidency, but she was not representative at all of the left in this country, of actual change that people want, and we're seeing in the movement of people to support Bernie Sanders. So I think a lot of people voted for Trump actually out of spite for Hillary Clinton. So those combinations, in my opinion, his exploitation of fear, his promising of this return to some utopian vision that a lot of Americans had in the 1950s or 1960s, which doesn't exist anymore, obviously, and just the dissatisfaction of a lot of people on the left or in the Democratic Party with a figure like Hillary Clinton led to the rise of Trump, I believe.